Hi, welcome, and thanks for joining me. On this episode of Build Your Own, we're going to build, price, and option a 2018 Mercedes-Benz AMG S63. Also, I just want to remind you really quick that if you find this content helpful or entertaining or both, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, real quick before we get into this build, what's new for the S-Class for 2018? And I'm just talking about overall. What's new is that the car has a slightly updated look thanks to restyling of the headlights, the grille, and the front and rear bumpers. Inside, there's an updated command infotainment system, a standard wireless charging pad, and a new energizing comfort system that links various car features together to simultaneously pamper the occupants. So, what can we say? The AMG S63, obviously, this car's reputation precedes itself. Big, powerful 4-liter V8 twin turbo, putting out 603 horsepower with a 0 to 60 of 3.4 seconds, and you're not getting into this thing for less than $147,500. By the time you take in tax, title, and license, you're probably you're over $160,000 for this car. So, what's the goal of this build? The goal of this build is not to try to build the most expensive S63. The goal of this build is to try to build a nice S63 without necessarily, I guess we can call it breaking the bank, because could you price this car up to over $200,000? Yes, you could. Just because you have $150,000 to spend doesn't mean you have $200,000 to spend. So let's build a really nice AMG S63 here and see what we get. All right. Let's jump right into the build. We're going to skip over all this stuff because we're going to go over it. So let's jump into the build. And right off the bat, we've got colors to choose from. We've got some no color options like black, a different shade of black, a black metallic. We've got another black metallic. We've got iridium silver. We've got a blue. We've got some browns. And then we also have designo colors. And the designo colors are just like premium colors. It's no different than when you might do some other car and they have these premium colors that you're going to pay a few extra dollars for. I like the designo diamond white metallic. That's one of my favorite colors in a Mercedes. As a matter of fact, I think on my I can't remember what color I did on my Mercedes E63 build, but that car came out incredibly. I'm going to give you a link up here right now, and I'm going to put a link in the description below so you can check out that build as well, because if you like the S63, you're going to really like the E63. I'm also going to when you finish these builds, you can save it to a PDF. I'm going to make sure to put a link to that PDF in this video or in the description below, so that way you can download this build if you like the specs on this car. So we're going to choose the Designo Diamond White Metallic. That's a $795 option. We've got 6 wheel choices to select from. The standard wheel is this 20-inch AMG 5-spoke. It's a no-cost option. You've got this 20-inch AMG forged 10-spoke wheel in silver, $1,700. Thing about this wheel is I see this wheel on Mercedes a lot. So just because of that, I'm going to choose not to get this wheel, but I wanted to show it to you. Then we've got these wheels in black, and they charge another $500 just to put them in black over these standard ones, because it's the same wheel, just in black. Then you've got this twin spoke design, which I've never been a fan of. And then you've got the twin spoke design in black. And then finally, you've got this twin spoke with black accents. I'm not really a fan of that either, but you've got this as the standard wheel, and I see a lot of them rolling around like that. I'm not really a big fan of the twin spoke, and I never really go for the dark colored ones. So I don't think this wheel looks bad. They've had this style of wheel around for a while, and I've optioned one of these with this wheel before, and I like the wheel. It's a $1,700 option, and we're going to go with this wheel. Let me move this up a little bit so you can see it. We're going to go with this wheel. So what does that sit us at? That sits us at $150,990. So we're just under $151,000, and all we've done is put on some paint, and we put on the wheels that we like. Then down here, we've got a few options. Do we want the AMG exterior carbon fiber package? I'm going to say yes. Let me give you an option. Let me give you an idea so you can see what it looks like. So if we drag over here, this is the way it looks without the package. And if we drag back this way, this is the way it looks with the package. You'll notice that you can see carbon fiber weave here. You can see carbon fiber weave here down on this rocker panel, whatever this is down here on the rocker panel. I bet you this is a little carbon fiber back here, and then of course you can see the carbon fiber side mirror caps. This is a $6,500 package. It's really an appearance package. I think it looks fantastic. I'm in for $6,500. I just really like the carbon fiber. This, just so you know, the AMG exterior night styling package, it does the same thing, except it doesn't give you carbon fiber. It's just kind of like shiny black plastic, sort of, kind of. That's the difference. That's why this is only $750 versus what we have to assume is genuine carbon fiber weave for $6,500. Okay, you've got these chrome door inserts, and yeah, you know what? I don't mind them. I just saw an S-Class the other day with these inserts, and it does look nice, but it's worth noting that you can buy those inserts at the dealer, at the accessories, at the parts counter. You don't have to option the car with those door handles today to buy the car, so we're not going to. Same thing with these accessories down here. You can buy all this stuff at the dealer, so we're not going to bother with this kind of stuff. With the valve stem caps, I like that stuff, and I like the license plate frames and the hub inserts and all that. But for the nature of this build, the true core of this build, to get the spec that we want, we don't have to have any of this stuff included. Okay, so we're gonna skip over that. So we'll move down to next, and that's gonna take us over here to interior. Let's go over to interior. And I was playing around with this a little bit, so I know that to get some of these, if you want the this like black exclusive Napa leather, for instance, I like it. I like it with the quilting pattern in it. But I know to get that package, you need to get the pre-safe package for $1,300, and you need to get the rear seat package for $1,700. So what does that give us? Because if I did want this, which is another $4,500 plus another what? We've got another $3,000 here. So we're looking at $7,500 to get that leather. And the reality is like I said in the beginning, I want to build an S63 that's a fantastic S63 that's specced out really, really nice. But I don't want to try to make this thing a $200,000 car. I don't think it needs to be. It's already expensive. So let's just stick with what? Let's stick with the standard black leather. I like to keep it simple. I like black leather. You can never go wrong with black leather. What I do like, however, is I do like this AMG carbon fiber interior trim. I want to carry that out, carry that into the inside of the car as well as the outside. So to do that, we need to add this exclusive trim package for $950. So I'm all in on that. So let's do that, and we'll be all in for $4,650 basically on that. Make changes. We'll do that. What does that put us at? That puts us at $162, $140. All right. So let me spin this around so you can see. All right. It's a nice place to be in there. A nice place to be. All right. You got the Burmester audio, which is even standard, but surely there's an upgraded option. There we can see some of that carbon fiber weave. So good looking. So let's keep it moving though. Okay. So down here we have some of these packages. Do we need any of these packages? Rear seat belt bags. Pre-safe rear seat belt buckles. I want my rear seat passengers to be comfortable too, but this says this will require an additional charge. Well, what is it? By selecting this option, rear seat package, you will need to will be added to the build. Okay, so this package will also be added. So the reality is that even though I like this package, I don't want to have to commit to this, to this $3,000. Just to get these seat belts. I'm going to trust that the Mercedes is already built to a high enough degree of quality that my rear seat occupants are already going to be safe. So what do we got here? Executive rear seat package. See, none of this stuff because I'm going to be driving in the front. I'm not going to be chauffeuring people around. A lot of this rear seat package is if you're going to be getting driven around in your car. Because for me, I'm not going to have all this stuff for the kids. So we are going to skip over the executive rear seat package. It all sounds cool. We don't need folding tables and rear cup holders. executive right rear seat, multi-contour seats, cushioning, airbag. All that stuff sounds good, but for the nature of our car, I love a performance sedan, and I just don't need these things in my performance sedan. The warmth and comfort package, now what's included? Heated and ventilated front seats. Now we're talking. Heated rear seats plus, heated armrests, heated steering wheel, view more. Let's take a look at that. Power outboard rear seats with memory. I could kind of skip over that. Kind of sounds good, but you know what? For $2,600, I'm not that convinced on this, and so I'm going to skip it. What do we got down here? I do want this performance steering wheel, right? Look, it gives you that nice hand-sewn Napa leather, teams with racing-inspired Dynamica side grips to enhance, Alcantara. Side grips to enhance the feeling of rewarding control and responsive connection of the AMG Performance steering wheel. It's $500. I'm in on that. See, I want performance stuff. Okay, so this was that exclusive trim we picked up, and what does that really give us? This extends the already generous application of hand-finished wood to the center panels on all four doors and the rear air vent surround on the center console. So right down here, you can see there's wood added and stuff like that. And then there's wood on the seat backs and all that. So for $950, that just makes the car more luxurious. Now this refrigerator seems pretty cool. I don't know what I would ever do with it, and I know that it's going to take up space in the trunk, but it's pretty cool. I guess if I was going to do all that rear seat stuff, then I would probably go ahead and throw this in. But because I'm not doing all that, there's just really no point in adding that. And as far as this stuff, I think that's great for the rear seats, but for me, I know that the kids would just be back there, and all that would really mean is that they would just be playing with the seats. And so, unless you're really going to be back there spending time back there, I just don't know a good reason to necessarily commit to all that. But depending on what your application is. But for us, we're not getting in it. We're going to skip those kind of frills. The cabin atomizer fragrances, yeah, I like that. I definitely like that because we're going to get that system that's going to spray that if it's not built in. I'm going to assume that it's already built in, but this is under accessories, so maybe not. Since it's under accessories, we won't check it because we don't even know if our car is set up to throw that out. And again, this is something you can get from the parts department, so you can go to your Mercedes dealership and pick these up for $130 anytime you feel like spending $130. Okay, so we're sitting at $162,640. Let's move on to the next selection, which will be entertainment and convenience. This is where we're about to spend some money. All right. I want the AMG heads-up display. I love how on BMWs and a lot of new cars these days, you see a lot of them with heads-up display. It's hard to catch a Mercedes that's optioned with the heads-up display, so I'm going to make sure to option this Mercedes with the heads-up display. It's just $990. Electronically heated windshield. You know what? That could be cool. What is that? What's the benefit there? There's no need to wait for the engine to warm up. And the standard defroster. Yeah, I'm in for $550. I can see my car is going to sit in the garage, but there's going to be times where that windshield is going to get frosted, and it's going to be nice to be able to fire that bad boy up. Now, we're going to skip on that rear seat entertainment. The comfort box, this is something you can get at the dealer, at the parts department. I'm into the stereos. I love high-end stereos on cars. $6,400 sure is a lot of money to spend. And I said I didn't want to spend $200,000, but there's just some things that just have to be bought on this car. You just got to option it with. I look at these cars all the time, and I hate to see them when they don't have the carbon fiber and they don't have the good stereo. So you can see right here, I won't bother reading all of it, but it's 1,500 watts. 24 speakers, a trunk-mounted subwoofer with its own 400-watt amp. I mean, it's a bad boy system for $6,400, and we're all in on it. Okay, let's consider the money that we saved on all the different various rear seat packages we can afford to pop for that. So here's our standard key features that we get. I'm going to kind of just leave that so you can see it. Right, soft closed doors, illuminated door sills. There's the cabin fragrance system, so we do have that. Dual zone automatic climate control, electronic trunk closer, keyless go, 12.3-inch center display, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth hands-free. I mean, it's loaded. And then, of course, you've got these additional accessories that you can purchase anytime from the dealer. Okay, let's move on to performance and safety. I guess on this car, on some other Mercedes, I said when we got over this section, I said, oh, we're about to spend some money, because normally on most Mercedes, this is where they have all the different packages. But I guess on a car that already starts off at basically $150,000, they're not going to do that to you. So that's awesome. Let's move on to performance and safety. And let's see what they're going to give us here. Now, down here it said key standard features, so let's look at that. So we know about the engine, eco start stop, we got a 9-speed transmission, 4matic, adaptive sport suspension, active parking assist, magic vision control, and then if you click on any of these drop downs, you see they're clickable links, so they can give you more information. 9 airbags, you got pre-safe. The car's loaded. The car really does come loaded. So what other options are there? The driver assistance package, really, for $2,200. And what all does it give us? It gives us what? Evasive steering assist, speed limit assist, blind spot assist. That's all the kind of automated technology stuff there kicking in. So for $2,250, we're sitting at $170. I think we're still looking good. Let's pop for it. Let's pop for it. Let's get that. And then what do we want? Do we really need night vision assist? No, we don't really need it. Do we want it? Yeah, we want it. Why? Because just like heads up, you never see a Mercedes hardly ever option with heads up, and you hardly ever see them option with the night vision assist. Not the new ones anyway. You can go find an old S63 from 2008 or 2009, and a lot of times it's going to have night vision assist, but these new ones don't. So for $2,260, we're getting it because we want to have it. Now, the calipers, I like the gold. Well, oh, that's too bad. You can only get the gold and the performance ceramic. But I'm glad. Here's the deal. I don't think you need the performance ceramics. I've read a lot of information. I've watched a lot of videos. And unless you plan on taking this car to the track and really beating on it, you don't need carbon ceramic brakes for $9,000. Now, I really wish I could get this gold over here, but I get it, how they want to keep that exclusive. I do want my calipers painted. I really want gold, but I'll take red, and so we'll do that for $700. The wheel locks, that just makes it a little bit harder to steal your wheels. They're just $150. I am going to get it, but it is worth noting that this is an option that you can also get at the dealer too. Okay, but we're going to go ahead and put it on for this build because I just think it's worth adding for the spec. And then down here, there was nothing else. We're sitting at $175,940. Let's move on to safety and care, which normally we just kind of breeze over most. I don't usually do anything with this because this is kind of stuff that's personal for people, what they want as far as their service is concerned. And all this stuff is pretty self-explanatory, but we don't mess around with any of that. This is all accessories that you can get from the dealer. I would definitely, however, get the all-season floor mats. I would get the velour floor mats, and I would get the AMG indoor car cover, and I would definitely get the cargo area tray, just to help you out. If you're really looking at this and you want to spec this out exactly how I would spec it out, let me go ahead and throw those few things on for you. So with all that said, let's move over to summary because we are done. Let's see the damage that we did. So the car started off at what? $147,500. We added what? To the exterior, we added almost $9,000 worth of options. What do we add? We added the Designo Diamond White Metallic. That was $795. And then we did the 20-inch AMG forged twin spoke wheels that were $1,700. I'm sorry, this was $795. This was $1,700. And then we did that AMG exterior carbon fiber package, which was $6,500. And that was really the bulk of that price. That was really the bulk of that right there. And then we spent $5,100 on the interior, and what all did we do? We did the black Napa leather. That was a no-cost option. We did pop $3,700 down to get that AMG carbon fiber interior trim, and then they got us for the exclusive trim for another $950, and then I wanted to get the super cool steering wheel for $500, and so that's how we ended up with $5,150. Entertainment and convenience, most of that is the Burmester sound system, isn't it? Because here's all the standard features, and you get a lot. We got the heads-up display for $990, so basically $1,000. We got the electronically heated windshield because I think that's worth it, and it's only $550. And we got that. We popped for the Burmester high-end sound system for $6,400. Then performance and safety. You know, here's all the standard features. We also pop for the driver assistance package, and here's what's included with that. And we got the night vision assist plus because nobody ever seems to, and I think it's a cool piece of technology. We got the red brake calipers, even though we wanted gold, but we weren't going to pop $8,900 to get carbon ceramic brakes that we absolutely don't need for the street, and questionable if we need it for the track. And then we got the wheel locks for $1.50 for $150. Service and care. We spent $1,000 so I could get what? We got the all-season mats, we got the carpeted velour mats, we got the indoor car cover, and we got a cargo tray so we can protect the floor of the trunk, and if anything gets charged or gets spilled. Then when you factor in transportation charge of $995, you end up with a total of $177,020. And like I said, I'm going to save this build, and I'm going to put a link to the PDF to this build so you can download this exact spec. I'm going to put a link in the description below. So there you go. A 2018 Mercedes-Benz AMG S63 built out my way, and it looks good. And we're in for just under $180,000. So we're still a fair bit away from the $200,000 mark, which is where I want it to be. And we have one heck of a car. Unfortunately, we did say we wanted white, but they showed us the car in black. That's okay. I'm going to print off this build and save it for you. All right, thanks a lot. If you found this information helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you would have built your car a little bit differently, let me know in the comments, because I love comments. I always engage with people. I'm a car guy, and I love to talk about cars. So thanks again for watching. Have a great day.